What's good, everybody? Now, I saw this piece of news the other day, and at first I didn't really think too much of it because I'm not a soccer fan, so I didn't really think like it would have no effect on me. But I started to think because somebody was arguing with me in the comments. I had made a video talking about, I think it was just about Adidas and Kanye, and I was saying how Kanye needed Adidas, and their main argument was that Adidas supplies a lot of the soccer teams, and you know, soccer that's like global. That gets the most views out of any sport, like by far, right? And so I like when I saw this, you know, afterwards I started to think like, yo, so Nike is to become the official supplier of the German Football Association, and football being soccer, right? So I didn't really think nothing of it, but I was like, hold on, because now that Nike is stepping into this field, they could really take over, not take over, but they can definitely, like, that's Adidas' main, you know what I'm saying, go-to. Like, that's what's really keeping them in business, I would say, especially after the whole Yeezy situation, not having Yeezys. A lot of their revenue comes from soccer, you know, all them cleats, all that gear, all that's Adidas, right? So once you got Nike to come, and I don't know how big the German is because I'm not into soccer, but just them entering, you know, that lane could be a huge problem for Adidas. So let's get into the article and see what they have to say, right? So in a landmark shift in the landscape of sports sponsorships, Nike Incorporated is set to replace Adidas as the official kit supplier for the German Football Association from 2027 until 2034. Okay, so it doesn't even take place for like another, for another 3 years. But then they'll have like the next 7 years in it. So, because I really can't really tell you what, you know, what's the dynamic going to be between these brands 3 years from now. Because you would have told me 3 years ago that, well, actually no, you would have told me 3 years ago that New Balance was on the come up. I would have told you right, because I've said that. I've said that many times. I just didn't put it on media, or I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just hard to predict stuff, except me, because I see it. I'm a visionary, right? But anyways, this monumental partnership marks the end of an era for Adidas, which has been intricately linked with the German national teams for over 70 years. That's tough. That's tough. Providing kits and gear in a partnership deeply rooted in national pride and sporting excellence. The transition to Nike as the new kit supplier signifies more than just a change of brand on the jerseys of one of the most celebrated football teams. It represents a significant shift in the dynamics of sports sponsorship as a business of football. For Adidas, headquartered in Germany, this loss is felt keenly, not only because of historical ties, but also amid current financial challenges faced by the company, including the significant impact of losing the Adidas Yeezy line. That's what I said. They lost Yeezys. And then the main thing that was literally holding them up was the soccer side. Because I'll give y'all that. Adidas and that soccer stuff, they got it. But all the like day-to-day wear, nobody. Because like again, Adidas had their run with Ultra Boost NMDs, but that was because Kanye gave it hype, right? That was like the next best thing to a Yeezy if you couldn't get a Yeezy. Because back then, you couldn't get Yeezys like that for real. But now we got New Balance, we got all these other brands where we don't really need Ultra Boost, because New Balance is doing everything that they're doing but better. The comfort is better. New Balance always had the comfort, it was just that they didn't look good, right? Simple as that. But now they got that yeah. They got that yeah. So them 9060s are killing it. I'd rather have because like I said, you can style a 9060. You can style a 2002R, a 550, even though 550s aren't comfortable, but those are the, you know what I'm saying, the popular models. You can't style an Ultra Boost. You can't style it in, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't put it on for real with an NMD or Ultra Boost. It's just not happening, right? So, yeah, this sucks. The DFB's decision to partner with Nike resulted from a transparent and non-discriminatory tender procedure where Nike's proposal was deemed superior financially and in terms of the vision of the future of German football. According to Dr. Holger Blask, managing director of DFB, Nike's commitment extends beyond mere financial sponsorship to encompass support for amateur and grassroots sports and a clear dedication to the sustainable development of women's football in Germany. Now, one thing I will say that Nike does consistently, they gonna put they people on. All of them athletes be in commercials. You gonna see Nike athletes' faces, right? You're gonna see I forgot the name, like what are they called, but like whoever they sponsor, you're gonna see their faces. Believe that. Now with everybody else, it is really shaky, right? Like you couldn't really name me outside of soccer people that are with Adidas. Or really any other brand. I don't know nobody in Puma. I don't know nobody in New Balance except Kawhi and Maxi. But Kawhis are out of there. Out of there, right? So, but Nike, I could go down the list on Nike right now. So, yeah. DFB President, these German names are crazy, expressed enthusiasm for future collaboration, emphasizing the opportunity this partnership will provide for the comprehensive development of football across Germany in the upcoming decade. Despite the new direction, I'm just calling N assured that the DFB remains committed to celebrating and concluding its long-standing partnership with Adidas on a high note, recognizing the brand's monumental contribution to German football. The financial stability Nike promised comes at a crucial time for the DFB. Stefan Grunwald, DFB treasurer, highlighted the importance of this stability not just for the federation, but for the sports in Germany as a whole. The DFB, representing 7.3 million members, stands unique in its financial model, supporting its members rather than being financed by them. So, yeah, basically just what I said earlier. This approach has been instrumental in maintaining football as an acceptable national sport, and Nike's involvement is expected to bolster these efforts further. As the DFB looks forward to this new chapter with Nike, the change underscores the evolving nature of sports sponsorships and the global football landscape. For Adidas, this transition poses a challenge and an opportunity to redefine its presence and partnerships in the world of sports. Meanwhile, Nike's upcoming tenure as official kit supplier for the German national teams promise not only to address future generations of players, but also to play a pivotal role in the development and support of football at all levels across Germany. Now, the last thing I want to say before we get done with this video, I read the book. Do I have it? No, I don't have it on me. But I forgot the name of it. It's called like The Dog or something by Phil Knight. And it basically just the book just tells you the story of how like Nike gets started. And in the beginning, it was like Bowerman, he was competing with like all these other brands because they were doing track. And they were basically all the new brands that were coming out. It was like Nike, Adidas, and then like this other Japanese brand that I forgot the name of. But they were all competing basically to be like the front runners in these sports. So basically what the article is saying is like certain brands are kind of known for certain things. So obviously Adidas, they had soccer on lock. And then Nike, you know what I'm saying? We know Adidas for soccer. We know Nike and Jordan for like basketball and stuff like that. But now it's changing to where Nike can come into the soccer game and, you know, Adidas may find its place somewhere else. You know, maybe they can switch to basketball to kind of be like the more of the face. Now they are kind of killing it in basketball. They got Harden coming out with some crazy stuff, and they got Anthony Edwards coming out with some crazy stuff. So that's pretty cool. So it's just a good transition, and it's just different. But it really depends on who takes the opportunity more. You know, who wants it more, and whoever really, you know what I'm saying, dominates multiple sports you know what I'm saying, sides. That's really who gonna have this money. Because right now, I truly do think that it's a competition with all these brands and who's gonna be on top. So, because Nike ain't on top no more, or they getting fetched, right? So, let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Do you think this is good for Nike? How do you think Adidas is gonna react? What do you think Adidas is gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta make some type of move if they getting kicked out of their own hood. So, with that being said, man, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.